Welcome to ABC Interactive English. That's Karen.
And that is Shane.
Where am I from? Can you see on my shirt?
Okay, it says California, but I don't know if our audience can actually see it on your shirt.
On my shirt.
But it says California.
It says California because that's where I'm from.
That's right.
And you know what? In today's dialogue, we're talking about body, right?
That's right.
Body talk.
Part C of body talk.
And this is like about getting sick. You know, being from California, and I think basically in most Western countries, when you get sick, you get a common cold, what do?
You mean in Taiwan?
No, not in Taiwan. If you were you're from Canada.
Yeah.
When you got sick in Canada, what would you do?
I would take a day off work or school and rest at home and drink plenty of water and eat something healthy.
Yeah, or maybe if you have a headache, you will take just something for your headache. You'll have stuff at home, right, to take for feeling a little bit uncomfortable. But if you notice in Taiwan, if anybody even gets like a little bit of a stuffy nose or has a bit of a headache, right away they go to see the doctor.
That's right. And the doctor will usually give you a lot of medicine.
They give you lots of medicine. And you don't even know, most people that I know, they don't ask what is in there. They just take all of the medicine. Because why? Because the doctor gave it to me, so I should trust the doctor. Now, I don't know about you, but anytime I get prescribed some medicine from a doctor, they give it to me, I will check to see what they gave me.
Oh.
Because sometimes they might give you something that you don't really need.
You are right.
Or it could even be bad for your body. So you need to be careful.
That's right.
Okay, why don't we get into today's dialogue about feeling a little bit sick.
Simone is at Noah's house.
Here, drink this tea. It might make you feel better.
I hope it works. My whole body is on fire, especially my back, chest, and stomach.
I wonder why, because you don't have a fever.
Thank goodness I don't. Also, there's no more ringing in my ears.
That's good.
Okay, so we're looking at part C of body talk.
That's right.
And in this conversation, this dialogue, Simone is at Noah's house.
Okay, so now Simone starts off the conversation by saying, here, drink this tea. It might make you feel better.
Oh no, it looks like Noah's not feeling well.
That's right.
Maybe he's feeling a little bit sick.
And Simone is being very nice. She prepared this tea for him, trying to make him feel a little better.
Okay, so Noah says, I hope it works. My whole body is on fire, especially my back, chest, and stomach. Wow. So he's saying his whole body's on fire? So of course it's not really on fire. What he just means, he's feeling really hot.
That's right.
Okay, so his whole body means whole is an adjective just meaning complete, full. So his full body, his whole body, his complete body is burning up. It's on fire.
That's right. It's not just the shoulder, not just the head, but everything,
That's
right?
Right. So an example sentence for whole could be, Karen can eat a whole birthday cake by herself.
How did you know that?
True or false?
True.
True. Because Karen can really eat.
I eat a lot. Yes. Okay, and we're also looking at this word here, especially, and that is an adverb. So you use especially to emphasize that what you are saying applies more to one person, thing, or area than to any others.
So here we're talking about an area of the body, right?
That's
So this
right.
applies especially to his chest, his back, and what else did he say?
Chest and back and stomach.
Stomach, right. So he's feeling especially uncomfortable because he's on fire.
That's right. Okay, so an example sentence would be reapply sunscreen every 2 hours, especially if you have been swimming. Because you're outdoors, right? You're outside, you're swimming. So you would want to reapply on any given day if you're outdoors, but especially when you're swimming.
Because you get wet and that might wash off some of the sun cream, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So what does Simone say?
Now Simone says, I wonder why, because you don't have a fever.
So she doesn't understand why he feels like he's on fire. So we're guessing either she just felt his forehead. That's one way to tell, do we have a fever? Or you can take your temperature, right? And see if you have a fever or if your body temperature is too high. So she wonders why. So to wonder just means to think about something and try to decide what is true, what will happen, what you should do, etc. So like how something happened, you're just wondering. So for example, I wonder if it is going to rain tomorrow.
That's right. You're kind of thinking about it. You don't know whether it's going to rain or not, right? Okay, well, we're also looking at the word fever here, and that is a noun. If you have a fever when you are ill or sick, your body temperature is higher than usual. And usually when you have a fever, your heart would beat faster. So for example, you can say, my Uncle Jim had a high fever. So when you say like a high fever, usually it's probably higher than 39 degrees Celsius.
Oh, okay, so that's considered a high fever.
Yeah, there's also like a low grade fever, maybe like almost 38 or around 38 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so then Noah says, thank goodness I don't. Also, there's no more ringing in my ears. Whoa, so he had ringing in his ears.
What does that mean?
So basically, if you have ringing in your ears, it's a feeling or a sound of like a humming or ringing. To ring just means kind of like when you hit a bell and it makes that noise. We call that a ring.
Or when I clap my hands really loudly.
I will get ringing in my ears, right? So for example, you could say, I could hear a ringing in my ears after the concert.
That's right.
So if you go to a concert, the music will be very loud. That could cause you to have ringing in your ears. But also, when you're sick sometimes, this can happen.
This is one of the symptoms that you might have when you are feeling sick, right?
Yep.
So I guess maybe Noah is feeling a little bit better, and now Simone says that's good because there's no more ringing in his ears, and at least he doesn't have a fever.
Yeah, okay. So let's take a short break and find out what happens.
All right.
However, it's now painful to move my neck and ankles, and I can't feel my toes.
Your condition is getting worse. You really should see a doctor.
You might be right. Will you go with me?
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
So before the break, we're still looking at this dialogue between Simone and Noah. And Simone is actually at Noah's house, right?
Right.
And I think Noah is not feeling well. And Simone is being very nice, preparing him some tea. But Noah says, you know, like he feels that his whole body is on fire, especially his chest and back, his body.
Stomach.
Yes, stomach too. But he did say, there's no more ringing in his ears.
He doesn't have a fever.
And he doesn't have a fever. So I guess maybe Noah is feeling a little bit better.
It sounds like it's not too serious. He doesn't have a fever. Usually if you get like a cold or the flu, you will have a fever, especially if you feel really hot.
That's right.
But Noah says now, however, it's now painful to move my neck and ankles, and I can't feel my toes.
That sounds really weird.
That sounds pretty serious, especially like when you do get a cold or a fever, or if you have a flu, you can have body aches and pains, right? But not even being able to feel your toes, that's pretty strange.
And that's not very common. We don't hear that a lot, right?
Yeah.
Well, painful, okay? We're looking at this word here, painful, and that is an adjective. Just means causing, sometimes it could be emotional or physical pain. So like it hurts, maybe emotional pain, your heart is aching because you're so sad. But physical pain, that means your body is hurting. For example, you can say a painful injury forced her to withdraw from the game. And you hear that a lot from athletes who are in a game, right?
They can't continue to play
Exactly.
because some part of their body is painful, right? And if you have an injury or something, yeah, that could be bad.
Okay, so now Simone says, your condition is getting worse.
Oh, so we thought maybe it wasn't so bad, but it's starting to sound now like it's getting even worse.
Exactly. Okay. You really should see a doctor. And I think that is the right thing to do.
Absolutely. I think if you are feeling hot all over, even if you don't have a fever and your body really is aching, you can't feel your toes, it's definitely time to go see a doctor.
That's right.
We have a vocabulary word, condition. So she says his condition is getting worse. Condition is just the state of somebody's health or how fit or healthy they are. So for example, we could say, her condition wasn't very good, so we decided to take her to the hospital for an exam. So sounds like he does need to go see a doctor, go to the hospital.
Exactly. So what does Noah say now?
He says, you might be right. Will you go with me?
Aw, and of course Simone will. They are really, really good friends. And especially when you're feeling so sick, it's kind of nice for someone to actually go to the doctor or the hospital with you because you could feel really weak.
Especially, he can't even feel his toes. Maybe while he's walking, he might even fall over. It does sound like he needs either somebody to go with him or maybe even call an ambulance.
That's right.
Because we don't want him to try to go there and then fall down, right? Okay, well, we'll hope that Noah's situation gets better and that he is not going to get even worse.
That's right.
Hopefully he gets better soon.
And this is the end of our lesson. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Simone is at Noah's house.
Here, drink this tea. It might make you feel better.
I hope it works. My whole body is on fire, especially my back, chest, and stomach.
I wonder why, because you don't have a fever.
Thank goodness I don't. Also, there's no more ringing in my ears.
That's good.
However, it's now painful to move my neck and ankles, and I can't feel my toes.
Your condition is getting worse. You really should see a doctor.
You might be right. Will you go with me?
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 whole 形容词，全部的，所有的。Karen read the whole book in one day. Karen 一天内读完了整本书。下一个单字 especially 副词，尤其，特别是。I love fruit, especially watermelons. 我喜欢水果，尤其是西瓜。下一个单字 fever 名词，发烧。Bill has a fever and needs to rest. Bill 发烧了，需要休息。最后一个单字 painful 形容词，疼痛的。Ivy's broken arm is still painful. Ivy 骨折的手臂仍然很疼痛。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 on fire 身体灼热的，剧痛的。这是一个形容词片语，我们来看看这个例句。My throat was on fire after eating the spicy food. 我吃了辣的食物后，喉咙感觉灼热。下一个文法 Thank goodness 幸好，谢天谢地。这个短语的后面可以用 that 来接完整句子， that 可以省略哦。Goodness 在这里是一个感叹词，我们来看看这个例句。Thank goodness that we arrived before the storm. 幸好我们在暴风雨之前到达了。最后一个文法 see a doctor 看医生，也可以说 go to a doctor。我们来看看这个例句 Amber saw a doctor for her cough， 也可以说 Amber went to a doctor for her cough。 Amber 因为咳嗽去看了医生。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Here's how to play. The host will be holding 3 cards. Each card will have 2 sentences containing a secret vocabulary word or phrase that has been replaced by the word bear. The host will read the sentences out loud for the contestants to guess. Whoever guesses first gets a point. The person with the most points wins. And you can play along too.
Hi, I'm Josh. We're going to play Guess the Bear.
My name's Winnie.
And I'm also Josh.
All right, Josh and Winnie, you ready to get going?
Yeah.
You fired up?
Let's do it.
All right, the first is a verb, one word. Sam applied for the job, but he was bared. Gina doesn't like bearing her friends and always says yes to them.
Reject.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
Roll the tape.
I reckon that's a Winnie right there by a nose. By a nose. Sorry, man.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
It's
We'll come back
all
later.
good. We're all friends here. All right, the next one is now.
Do you want to review the words?
Oh, yes, I do. Sorry about that. I just got too excited.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
So, verb, one word. Sam applied for the job, but he was rejected. Gina doesn't like rejecting her friends and always says yes to them.
Gina and I have that in common.
Oh, I sound like Gina. Okay, now, one word. The soup has a faint bear of celery. Alex can't stand the bear of strawberries.
Taste. I think you meant maybe.
Yeah, I think we're just going to make this interesting. I'm going to give that to Josh.
Okay.
So now we're 1-1. We're going to get into a tiebreaker. So let's go over that one again. Now in one word, the soup has a faint taste of celery. Alex can't stand the taste of strawberries. Well, Alex
It's down to
and
the
I
wire now.
have that in common. Okay, next one. Phrase, 2 words. Alan came to bear advice, bear his teacher. The little girl bared help, bear her dad.
Get from.
Nah, mate. You're both wrong. Try again.
Get from.
Remember, it's a phrase, 2 words. Alan came to bear advice, bear his teacher. The little girl bared help, bear her dad.
Take from. Ask for.
Nah.
Did you say get from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're both talking, but just not in the right way.
Okay, one more time. One last time.
Sure, phrase, 2 words. Alan came to bear advice, bear his teacher. The little girl bared help, bear her dad.
Begged for.
No.
Asked for.
No.
Wanted.
Take
No. I'm just going to have to give you the answer. I'm so sorry. It was seek or sought from.
Swap. Yeah.
So Alan came to seek advice from his teacher. The little girl sought help from her dad. Yeah.
It was a close one. It was a close
Good
one.
game,
Yeah,
Good
so
game.
that's a tie. We've got a Josh winner and a Winnie winner, and we're just
Everyone's a
all
winner.
winners today. That's right.